Greetings. So I'm just going to make a little video around this week's class, which will be this Sunday. So we have touched on the base chakra, groundedness, and for those videos, check out the YouTube where I've described a nice way to contemplate your base chakra and the endocrine system linked with it, and also the sacral, your emotional self, your capacity to flow with change, meeting your emotions, and how that's related to the adrenal glands. Very, very interesting. And we went nice and deep. And at the same time, you can keep exploring that as well. Just meditating on it, just journaling, just feeling it, just moving the body accordingly. So this week is all about your solar plexus, which is super exciting because it is about empowerment. And these are the lower 3 chakra centers, which are really foundational. After that, we move into the heart opening and into the throat, intuitive, and crown. You're welcome to join anytime. It's not around being with all the classes. You can intuitively choose what matches you, and it will always be holistic. So, when it comes to the solar plexus, it's very much around personal power. It's your fire element. How do you digest life? How are you digesting life at the moment? How are you coping and navigating with this information overload, with the current situation, which is very much around, are you empowered or are you running with something else that's maybe not yours? Do you trust your gut or are you overriding that? Even with your choice of food or your choice of where you're going to go, do you trust your passion? Do you trust that you can digest life, that you can navigate, that you can really trust your capacity to alchemize, you know, to really feel what is right for you? Oh, I see a love heart in the sky. There's these white clouds and a blue love heart in the middle. It's so beautiful. So this is really around, it's your gut. It's like so powerful. It's a form of information that you have available to you, and it reflects also in what's going on with your pancreas, what's going on with your digestion. How is your digestion? Because it's all one and it all messages each other. Usually digestion reflects on how you deal with life. It reflects on, you know, do you let things sit? Do things move through you? Are they stagnant? Are they causing you, you know, challenges? And listening to that, changing things around it. Are you comfortable with that? Can you go on a fast? Can you change how you eat? Can you change the capacity to hear your message from your gut? Can you flow? Can you work the breath in that area? Can you feel the tummy and let it relax? Because at the belly area where the navel center is, we actually project all the fears forward, because that's where they are stored in terms of yogic practice and knowledge. We store, of course, everything all over the whole body and also in our field. But in the gut is where we store fears that unless we resolve them, we will keep having those same fears, you know, like when we were in school and we were afraid of public speaking, that gives us that same yucky and icky feeling. And that's because at one point it was embarrassing to your identity, for example. But now that you are an adult, you can drop that. So you will attract things that will keep bringing up that fear of stepping up into your power until you navigate it. It's a really funny, interesting dynamic, because part of you wants to keep yourself safe, because safe is seen on the unconscious level as the same and therefore alive. And another part of you wants to evolve and wants to trigger those situations so that you meet them and so you rise and evolve. So we're going through huge evolution on a consciousness level, all as a collective, and we're deciding whether we want to choose fear or whether we want to choose the other part of our intelligence, which is calm and holistic and integrated and really, it has a degree of clarity that is not around freaking out. It's a clarity that is honoring you on a bigger level, your soul, your purpose this lifetime, your sense of adventure, your goddess that is empowering, your feistiness included including your softness and your care for your family and your care for the planet and all of that. So it starts with that commitment with ourselves. And if we can't commit to ourselves, we end up committing to what we think might be useful, and we join other people's causes. And there's nothing wrong with that either. That's also a journey, and finding our tribe, etc., etc., and changing it. Changing friendships is happening a lot, changing directions. So it is important that you honor your truth, because from that place you can navigate and grow. If we are kind of not aware of what our own gut sense is and our intelligence in the gut, which affects all our decisions, which is linked to our gut flora, then we end up, sidetracking and feeling really ungrounded and feeling really confused and easily swayed. So to grow, we need to first know what is working for us, being with it, and then allowing that to develop further and change. So that inner truth is super important, and it is a time of where we want to honor our truth more, and where it's literally what's being asked of. It's literally what the world is asking. What is your truth? What do you want? What do you trust? Are you working through fear? Are you working from the heart? Are you working from what level? What's bubbling up for you? And ask yourself that, what is it that is really deeply truth and fulfilling for you? Something that if you were on your deathbed, in a few years, in 10 years, in 100 years, whenever it is, that you would feel, I'm really glad I looked at that, and I'm really glad I honored and acted on that. Something that gives you joy, something that makes you feel alive, makes you feel that your whole being is involved, because the gut and the solar plexus, that fire element, is alchemical. It's like melting different things together and creating something new. That is what you have inside us. That's what we all have. And do we want to harness that? Do we want to come to life really in a passionate way to realize this? Because this will link with your creativity. This will support your sacral, which is all around creative solutions and flowing with things and alchemizing on an emotional level, on your breath, which is circular and in union with yourself, and on your foundation, which you become aware of as you connect and ground within. It is such a divine journey, and I could carry on and on. So in class, we only have an hour for this one. But this is why I make those videos right now, so that we can listen to that first. We can connect to this afterwards, because it is all around your empowerment. I sit for this. I sit for you honoring what feels right for you. And the truth is that sometimes we think something is right and it's not, because we haven't connected. We're caught up externally. So it's really a really beautiful divine opportunity to honor your truth, and to be able to also communicate it at the throat center, and to be harmonious within through your heart center, and to have compassion for all, that we're all going through a huge change, that we're all evolving, and that we're all meeting ourselves in new ways. So stay in that stillness, feel your belly, feel the belly breath, and feel that you can meet that energetic. And this will enhance your digestion of life, because emotions and biology are all one. The way you breathe affects the way you think, which affects the way you feel, which affects your DNA, which affects your expression, your epigenetics, which affects your magnetism, and vice versa. It's all connected, and that then attracts to you what matches that frequency. So we are going to be so holistic, and we're going to really sink into our own journey, which is different for every woman. I love it, and I just value everyone's different experience. It is so fascinating for me to explore all the different perspectives, which are infinite. They are literally infinite, and this is why you create your reality from a pool of infinite potential. So if you've got any questions, please ask, and feel free to join us. No previous experience necessary. It is important that you book in, because the classes have been filled and the room has been full, but there might be a spot for you. Enjoy. Let me know, and wherever you're meant to be is where you will end up being. That's how it has to be. And so if you're ready to be more empowered, if you're ready to connect with your gut more and heal it, not just from taking probiotics or new nutrition or getting all the blood tests and all those things, which are also part of it if you're that way inclined. Super interesting what's happening in our blood. But also on a consciousness level, on a choice level, on a tuning into your emotions and really remembering who you are. That is a deep, deep healing beyond any supplement, because supplements are here to support us. And by the time our organs have already created problems, we've already ignored our health. We've already ignored the messages from our awareness. We've already ignored many times of looking after ourselves, being kind and healing and meeting ourselves, listening and becoming still. So that stillness and that knowing is right beneath or beyond all the thoughts, all the programs. I should be better than that. I should perform better. I need to get the best grades. I need to run the best business. I need to be the best person. There's something beneath that which is already perfect and calm and wise and in heaven, already creating and in that world. And I often feel this 5D already, 5-dimensional bliss. I look at the plants, I look at nature and the clouds, and there's so much abundance and freedom and choice and incredibleness all around us. So I hope you enjoyed this. Choose what works from this for you. Breathe into the belly as you inhale through the nose, honoring the sensations, those centers of consciousness that are there for you to navigate through duality and enjoy it, but also to go beyond into pure essence of being, high vibrational, just essence of being. You're in your radiance, do the talking. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you on this journey, and feel free to enjoy my YouTubes on this. And like I said, you have all you need within you, and often a deep meditation and a reconnection will create so much change into peace and harmony. And as you join into your peace and into your wisdom and into your passion and into your flow, into your fire element, you give permission for everyone around you to join in that. You are leading by example. Your whole family will benefit, your whole life, your partner, your relationships, your generations, your future, your past. All right. Blessings. Thank you. I'm so happy to have been able to communicate this. I love all this. Feel free to ask me questions, join in, connect. Your well-being is everything. Your well-being and your consciousness will determine your future and create heaven inside you and all around. Ciao.